the news on the Karnataka mining case. Let's bring in Gargi to give us some more perspective on what it means, Gargi, for companies like Sesa Goa as well as JSPL.
Well, like the Supreme Court has mentioned that they have accepted the recommendations, the suggestions that have come out of the report. Remember that the CEC was giving in recommendations for, starting and, rehabilitation of mines, solving the problems that we were seeing of illegalities in terms of Karnataka iron ore mining ban. So first, and the two most important suggestions that were given out from the CEC, firstly that the capping of iron ore mining from the Bellary region, that had to be done at 25 million tons, and from the other region, from Chitradurga, at about 5 million tons. So totally, Karnataka would have a cap of close to 30 million tons of iron ore, and that probably, gives a signal that there may be some mines which may be opened. And remember, there was a categorization also done by the CEC report into A, B and C categories. The A category being where the mines were completely, free of any irregularities, any kind of illegal or violations of Forest Act, etc. NMDC was one of those mines. NMDC, however, was allowed to produce about 1 million ton. So clearly, A mines probably would be opened up. The second category, that's the B category. And here we have two important companies, Sesa Goa and Sandur Manganese, both of these having irregularities or encroachment of forest land up to the extent of only 10% of the total mining area lease that they have. These mines may have a penalty, a rehabilitation plan also may be in place for these mines. The C category, where there was more than 15% irregularity or violation coming in terms of encroachment of land, these probably will be cancelled. We still don't know what is going to happen to the C part of it, but the A and B, probably some mines may be allowed to start mining. There surely will be a cap on total mining that is coming out of Karnataka. If you look at individual stocks, for JSW Steel, who was not probably receiving any iron ore from this region, is now looking positive, mainly because supplies of iron ore will start, and you can see the reaction on the stock coming in, about 2% gains. Sesa Goa, however, also a bit positive, because at least we know that some part of mining will start, even if there is a penalty or rehabilitation plan in place for that company. Take a look at Kalyani Steel, again 6% move on that one. They too were having issues. They had some capacity shutdowns too coming in. Another important aspect, look at Ashok Leyland. Apart from the mining companies that we have, Ashok Leyland was one which was into transportation of iron ore in that region, and probably will gain once the iron ore mining is opened up in Karnataka.
Okay, Gargi, stay with us. Let's get in another analyst as well to talk about this particular news. Tarang Bhanashali from IIFL, who tracks that story, also joins in. Tarang, first reaction on what the Supreme Court verdict entails and what it means, because this has been a long-drawn battle. Kalyani Steel, you got JSW Steel as well, and big boys like Sesa Goa also being impacted by this news.
Yes, very much. In fact, if you look at the historical trend, then the Supreme Court has been taking into consideration the CEC recommendations, and what has come today is not a surprise for us. We were expecting this to come, but it was just that the judgment has been delayed over the long, so the questions were rising over whether the CEC recommendations would be taken or not. But anyways, it has been a good positive step for the companies in Karnataka, looking at that the iron ore situation has been getting bad day by day. The inventories have been going down, and if this has not been taken place, then maybe within a month most of the companies would have announced production cuts further from the current month.
Tarang, would this significantly change your rating on names like an NMDC, Kalyani Steel for that matter, even a Sesa Goa or a JSW?
No, in fact, we had built in the estimates, these recommendations over the next 1 or 2 years. This would not change our recommendations, considering that the huge capacities the companies like JSW have built in. The current capacity would not be enough to meet their demand. So maybe the concerns remain, but in the near term, it is a bit positive for most of the companies.
Okay, Tarang, we'll leave it at that. Let's go back to Gargi. She has some more updates, perhaps on the C category, Gargi.
Well, it is about the A category. The news just come in and will flash on our tickers. Now, A category mines have been allowed to restart mining, and that's what the SC verdict is, at least on this one. Let me read out the 4 names that fall into the A category as far as Karnataka iron ore mining is concerned. NMDC, that's the listed one, Mineral Enterprises and Mysore Minerals. So NMDC, we know, has already started mining. because the SC had given them a mandate of about 1 million ton. So you're seeing a bit of reaction on that one. It's come off the highs that it made recently. However, A category starting means that all the steel companies in that region will at least surely get some part of the supply that is coming in from NMDC, etc. So clearly a minor positive coming in. We need to watch out for what happens to the B category, because that's where Sesa Goa is, that's where Sandur Manganese, both the listed companies fall.
Gadri, like Tarang was saying, that besides the near-term relief that we're going to, see on the stocks, not much would change materially, because they're going to still have that shortfall of production as well as capacity. What is your reading into it?
That's right, Aisha. If you look at Karnataka, it has a substantial part of production. If you see the total domestic supply of iron ore, if we are capping Karnataka to about 30 million tons, we probably will still have approximately 15 to 20% kind of a shortfall coming in from Karnataka itself. That would probably raise domestic prices to a certain extent, pull down margins of companies like JSW Steel, who were enjoying cheap iron ore, which was coming in from the Bellary region, where the biggest plant is. And that's probably one negative that may continue to, hamper some companies like Kalyani Steel and few other small metal companies that had capacities in Karnataka. Yes, the situation more or less remains a bit negative, like Tarang was mentioning. And you can see that, it's just a momentary, a sentimental reaction on these stocks. Most of the negatives were actually factored in when the ban was actually put in last year.